Hey everybody, welcome to Grandma Hershey Cooks. I'm Grandma Hershey, spelled with the U and not an E. So don't get it twisted, okay? Now today is episode 108. 108. Yes, that's how many shows are listed under Grandma Hershey Cooks. So if you missed any of them, you can binge watch for a while, okay? And so we are making bison cheeseburgers. So last week I said we were going to be making lamb burgers. And that's because Grandma Hershey thought she bought lamb. So when she went to get the lamb out, she found bison. So anyway it goes, you're going to have a great burger. Okay. As I love me some bison and I like my lamb burgers, but I love my bison burgers. Okay. So now, being that we gotta do our toast, because I don't use a bun, I make toast in the skillet. So, and being that we're watching our cholesterol, we're gonna spray the skillet, all righty, with our butter spray. I got stuff all over the place. I'll spray the skillet with our butter spray. And I'm gonna turn that on. Make sure I get the right eye. We don't want, oops, wait a minute. See, I got the wrong eye already. We do not want to burn up nothing in here. Oh my goodness. And so then we're going to place the bread in the skillet because it's going to get nice and toasty for us. And then I had sauteed some onions yesterday. So I'm going to put that on the side to reheat so that by the time we put it on our burger, then it'll be at least a room temperature, if nothing else. Okay. I don't know why this stuff is coming up, but anywho, nothing's on fire. All right. Probably from where I screwed the bottom of the pan. Anyway, unless it's something on this eye, because I haven't used it in a few days. Woo, as long as the smoke detector don't go off. All right, we're gonna put that in trash. All right. So anyway, while this is going, we're gonna do a comparison of what the regular cheeseburger, the macronutrients in the regular cheeseburger versus the macronutrient in the bison cheeseburger. Okay. So what we found out, because Grandma Hershey went on the internet, you know they just tell everything. So what we found out is, hey, I don't know why I keep calling you everything but your real name. But anyway, hey Henry, I'm gonna call you Henry today. And hey Nigel, and hey Marcy, and whoever else is on, glad you're here too. Okay. So anyway, the healthy highlights. So the calories in the bison cheeseburger is only 414.8, and that's because we including the bread and everything. Okay. And in a regular cheeseburger, it's 535. We're gonna save you 120 calories right there. Then the saturated fat in the bison cheeseburger is only 9, wherein the regular cheeseburger is 14. That's going to be good for your cholesterol, okay? And then the cholesterol itself in the bison burger is 73, whereas in the regular burger is 96. Hey, Tom, is Cassie with you? And then the sodium in the bison burger, that's for the cheese and everything, is 609.5, where in the regular burger, guess what? 1176. That's almost my whole sodium for the day. I'll try to limit to 1500. Ooh, and you're welcome, okay? Then make sure my toast ain't burning. So okay, now and then the sugar in the bison burger is 8.5. Now I don't know how they got me, probably my barbecue sauce. And theirs is 7.2. Because I do put a little barbecue sauce on my toast. Okay. Now the protein in the bison burger is 33.8. Let me turn this down, son. Good grief. And in the regular cheeseburger is 30. Okay, I'm gonna flip this over because I like both sides to be a little toasty, but I was not ready. So okay, so then the carbs, the regular carbs in the bison burger is 26.5, and in the regular burger it is 39. See, and then the fiber in the bison burger is 9.3, And then the regular burger is only 2.4. And it might have something to do with my bread. Because I try to get the healthy bread. Yes, sir, Bob. Then, so the net carbs in the bison burger is 16.7, where in your regular burger is 36.6. So who's got the better deal? The bison burger. Okay. So anywho, wow, this is almost done toasting. Let me get my little saucer out, my little cute saucer that I like to use when I take my pictures, mainly because I only got one other. So I put that there to put our toast on. I make all my toast in the skillet. I don't use the toaster. I like it in the skillet. Let's see how it gets. I'll show you. This one looks better. Nice and toasty. All right. And then you can use some margarine or butter if you want to. But I figure since we got some cholesterol out of the meat, that we are going to use the spray. Okay. Say. Spray. I should have brought. Okay, I'm gonna use this lid here because I don't want to put it. I don't want to put it on the bread yet. Okay, so we got our onions a little warmed up because I made them yesterday. Right, and I used the spray for that too. I didn't put no margarine or butter or anything in there. All right, so now we are going to put the seasoning in this blah blah this bison. See how it looks like regular ground beef, but it's not. And if you go to Aldi's, and then sometimes the store have it on sale for $10 a pound. So now that's the only time I'm gonna spend $10 a pound on some meat. Okay. For lamb and bison. I'll do it for that. Okay. Since we gotta touch the meat, we're gonna put on some gloves. We're gonna do surgery like we did last week. Ooh, I love doing surgery. Cassie, yes. I'm glad you're here too, Cassie. Oh, okay, we got the other glove going on. Okay. Oh, y'all like my little short dude? I cut my hair about 6 weeks ago, and this is as far as it got. And I cut it lower than this. So today is be true to myself day. How about that? But don't worry, I haven't given up my wigs. I'll be wearing them again. Okay, so now. Oh, okay. So anyway, so what's in this? Let's talk about what's in this. I just went all ahead of myself. Okay, so what is in here? We've got 2 slices of Sara Lee Delight bread. A lot less carbs than regular and less salt than regular bread. Then we have a 1/4 pound of bison, ground bison. And then we've got this new seasoning by McCormick called Brazilian seasoning. They happen to have my jalapeno pepper in there. That's why I got it. And so it's called Brazilian steakhouse seasoning, not Brazilian wax. Don't get that twisted. I heard that's painful. So we got 1/8 of a teaspoon of that. We got garlic and herb, no salt. Onion and herb, no salt. 1/4 teaspoon of each one. Then now yesterday picture had a slice of my Carolina Reaper, and that was my last slice. So today we're going to use this American cheese. Okay, but find you a slice of cheese that has 100 calories, no more than 199 or whatever, anything under 200. Okay, so you definitely don't want the 300 not calories, sodium. You definitely don't want the 300 sodium cheese. Okay. And then the oil spray, of course. And then we took 1/4 of a small Vidalia onion. That's what you see right there. And sliced it up real good and sauteed it. And then the Roma tomato, 1/2 of a Roma tomato slice. So you'll see that in a little bit. And then 1 leaf of romaine lettuce. And another thing Grandma Hurshey did. Grandma Hurshey be doing the most, don't she? So I forgot that I was supposed to put lettuce on the thing. I had happened to buy a bag of romaine lettuce, what you call mix or whatever. So I ended up taking some of those pieces to put on it. But hey, lettuce is lettuce, okay? And then, wait, what'd you say? Oh, okay. Henry. Okay, then we got a tablespoon of Sweet Baby Ray's sweet and spicy barbecue sauce to top it off. Okay, so now let's go ahead and mix this up with this seasoning. I got all the seasoning in here. You know how I roll. And then we're gonna mix this in with this. Ta-da! Put that in the trash. And then we're gonna finger it in. See, you know, a lot of times people are waiting, put their seasoning, make a patty, put it in the skillet, and then put the seasoning on top. But if you mix it into the meat, then you're gonna have your seasoning pretty much throughout and not just on the outside. Okay, so we did that, and now we're going to roll them up, roll them up. Then we're going to pat it real good. Now, you know how they gonna get this crave about a smash burger. Now, I know all of y'all remember growing up, we smashed the heck out of our hamburger patties. We've been having smashed patties. I don't know what they talking about. Look how nice and flat and big that is. It's going to fit that bread real good. We're going to put that in the skillet. And I'm going to take these gloves off and throw them away. And we're going to leave that on medium. Okay. Now, while that is cooking, we're going to take the barbecue sauce. Let me move this container out the way. I don't want meat stuff all over the place. Okay, so we're going to take the barbecue sauce. Going to move our little saucer over here. And then we are going to put barbecue sauce on the bread. 1.5 teaspoons on each bread. Okay, that's how I do it. So I have something on my bread. Got the barbecue sauce on the bread. We're gonna spread that out. Now, if you don't have high blood pressure, you're gonna add a slice of pickle on there. But I kind of leave the pickle out because it does have a lot of salt. Unless you make your own. Now, if you make your own without all that salt, or find some low salt pickles, then that'll be cool. Okay, so we got that on there. Let me get my edges. I get the rest of my sauce. I'm gonna count these calories. And this sauce, I want it on my bread. Okay, there we go. Then we are going to put our lettuce on one piece of bread. See how I got my piece of lettuce? Hey, it's still one leaf. That's all we need is one leaf. Okay, and then we're gonna put our tomatoes on top of that. Okay. And you might not even need a half, but hey, I just say half because if nothing else, you can always eat the piece that's left over. It's good for you. Okay, now it's still cooking and it's browning. Can you see it's trying to brown around the rim? So while that's doing that, we're going to do our shout outs. So let's see. All right. Alex, that's who you are. I keep calling him Henry. His name is Alex. Alex know how I am. We've been knowing each other for a long, long time. So I want to shout out to Alex, to Marcy, to Najee, to my sister, to Kay and Regina, Sabelle, Diana, Christine, Ray Shay. It's Ray and Shay. I just like to call him Ray Shay. And to Darwin and Aya and my niece in Colorado and Andreas. And I'm not leaving out Fitzy. I saw Fitzy last week. He heard my voice and he came up to the laptop of Diana's laptop so he can see me. So anyway, shout out to all of y'all and to whoever else saw the show and I just didn't know. Okay. And so it's time to turn it over. Let's turn it over. Yep. See how it look? Looks like a regular old burger, don't it? But I tell you what, beef hurts my stomach. So I can't eat regular hamburger. It hurts my stomach like nobody's business. Okay. So, but bison does not hurt my stomach. Ground turkey, ground lamb, they do not hurt my stomach. So I'm going for the bison. Okay. Don't it look good, Marcy? And so we didn't have no birthdays. So, but we did have an anniversary. My pastor and his wife, Eileen, how long did they say they've been married? Was it 40 years? Long time, I tell you that. So they celebrated their wedding anniversary yesterday. So I want to say happy anniversary to Pastor Charles E. Johnson and his lovely wife Eileen. Okay. So yes, Marcy, it hurts me really bad when I eat that doggone beef. And I like beef. I like a ribeye steak, but I can't have it. And then also, while this is finished browning, I want to recognize the Pope who just passed. And although I'm not Catholic, but I looked at that Pope as a good, decent man. And he truly loved God and he truly loved people. He was concerned about the people's soul and not what they were. He didn't care about their color. He didn't care about their gender. He didn't care about their sexuality. They were people to him. And to me, he was more like Jesus than a lot of Christians I know, okay, and have heard. So I want to say rest in peace. And I don't know why I can't think of his name right now, but you know who I'm talking about, because it was really sad that he passed, because he really looked out for everybody. And I mean everybody. He was about equal rights and he was about loving each other. Okay. So I wanted to make sure I recognize the Pope. Okay. So now, also, because this is just about done. Also, so I can put the cheese on top. I'm trying to get everything going at the same time before we run out of time. All right, we're going to put our cheese on top because it's pretty much done so it can melt on top. We don't want that to get caught up in here to catch on fire. So, but what I want to say, when you make your burger, you can, on episode, where we at? On episode 9, I made oven fries. So you can make you some oven fries to go with this. And then on episode 105, remember the strawberry smoothie? You have you a strawberry shake to go with it. And that's what I'm talking about, eating good. Okay. So now we're going to put these onions on top. Oh, no, we're going to take the burger out first. We're going to take this burger out. We're going to take that. Look how good that look. It looks like a regular burger, don't it? And we're going to sit that on top of the tomatoes. That's what I'm talking about. And then we're going to take these onions and put them on top of the cheese. Yes, indeed. Don't they look good? Caramelized onions. And with the barbecue sauce. And then we're going to put the other part on. And look at what we got. We got us a burger. I would take this off, but I have nowhere to set it, but I turned it off, okay? So now we're going to take my trusty knife that's over here somewhere. There it is. I'm going to take my trusty knife. We're going to cut it in half. Turn this around so I don't want to knock the skillet off the stove. That would be a terrible blooper. So we're going to cut this burger. Now, when my kids were growing up, I would cut everything into fours. One day, I think I was cutting everything. I think it was for my middle husband. He said, "Why you cut my food like I'm a kid?" I got so used to doing it that I was still cutting it in fours, and I still do it for myself. Oh, good habits die hard. Okay, so now let's see with this burger. Look at that. Look at that. You cannot tell me that it don't look like your regular beef burger. So let's make sure it's not pausing. Okay? Here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Juicy, moist, everything. Everything about it is so good. See, have you something? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know why I'm back calling you Henry again. But anywho, I'll look at it later. We're gonna take one for the team because this is good. The lettuce is crunchy. Okay. That's enough. That's enough. Okay. So I need you guys to go to the thumbs up and click it right now. And if you have not subscribed already, I need you to click subscribe, then click the bell and go to the black bell and click it. Okay. And then in a minute, we're going to be done. And even less than a minute, really, probably. So I need you to share this show with everybody you know. Share it with your friends, share it with your neighbors, share it with your relatives, and share it with your enemies because everybody got to eat. We got to feed the world. Okay. And then the Pope, that's what he was about, feeding the world and helping the poor. Yep. So, anywho, what'd you say, Marcy? What Tom said? I already had my dinner. You hungry again? Tom is hilarious. I'm telling you, he is so funny. So anyway, next week we are going to make tortilla soup because next Monday is Cinco de Mayo. And I said, well, what can I make that's on the Mexican side? And I thought of tortilla soup. So we're going to make that next week for Cinco de Mayo. Okay. And that's all I know right now. So everybody, you have a great, great week. And pray for somebody, smile at somebody, say hello to somebody. Let's spread love in the world. Okay. I love you guys. And I'm so happy to see you guys. See you later. Bye. Have a great week. You know how we got to do about this mouse. See if it's going to work. Oh, it's working.